Boo boo, what's up, guys? We're back at it again. She had a bath and she's ready to roll. Had to cool her off, but she's back to energy again. I don't know full force, but she's rolling. She likes this. I don't know. She's starting to love all this videoing. And I might try to bring the other dog in next week. And I kind of let y'all get to meet some of the other ones. And it's not the only one I run, so I try to run her and because she's so new at it, that I try to run her in some of these newer areas, and just to see, I want her to get, to learn, to get it down. And I'm so glad that all y'all here hanging out, ready to watch. We're just kind of pop up everywhere, don't we? We've been kind of running all day today, and we've been back and forth. We've been all over the place. I mean, it already is nighttime here, but I did try to drop a couple of updates today and some stuff, and I know that there's still no update on little Jordan that I've seen. I've been checking. I called the line. I've been trying to see. There's a tip line you can call, and they still haven't come out and said anything as of about 30 minutes ago, so I don't really know yet. This way, boo-boo. I don't know if they're gonna... I'm hoping that they find the little baby and bring her home, but we're just gotta see what's going on. And I found out now that she was last seen at 6 a.m. in the morning. So, come on, boo, this one. So we know now that that's pretty early in the morning. That there is a little thing on her page, if you go in and look now, they've posted a few other things, and it shows her like leaving her front door, I think, from inside the house. So I know they got the ring. So hopefully some of the other neighbors around that area there have the ring as well, which would be really, really nice. So that way we could get an idea. Come on, boo. That way we could get an idea of maybe which way she went. I don't know if she was headed to school. I mean, it's kind of early, but I don't know. Maybe some kids have to walk a great deal to school, or did she just kind of leave on her own? Or, we talk about this all the time, like kind of like Sebastian. I know we talk sometimes about, did he run out and leave? And, I wish they would have had a camera somewhere that they wouldn't have thrown away, so that way we could have seen which way he went. I mean, y'all know how I feel about that. I mean, of course, hey, that's my thoughts, my theories, so I just got to put that out there. But yeah, y'all get my point. I mean, kind of like, I wish there would have been cameras around Jen Soto's house more than just in the dumpster area and stuff, because that way it could have shed a lot. Which way are you going? That way it could have shed a lot more light on everything. I know we haven't seen none of that footage yet, but I believe we're going to. I think they're going to end up, once it gets to court, I think we'll see everything. But I mean, not that I want to watch it. I don't really care to see him throwing her stuff away. That, to me, that's just sick and evil. But he's going to get what's coming to him, and I hope Jen does too. I hope they lock her up and throw away the key as well. Be nice just to put them in a cell right next to each other for the rest of their lives, and just let them stare at each other. But I know they won't do that, but they could. And at least put them on death row together or whatever. I mean, I don't know how that'll come out yet, but kind of like Sebastian, we don't know what's going to come of that yet. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what the answer can be to that. Like, there's got to be some clue somewhere that nobody's catching. And I keep running it through my brain, like the other night about trigger 1 and 2. The other night about the shoes. Like, I feel that maybe she did put his shoes on and try to leave a dummy trail like that. I don't know, but I mean, we'll never know now. I mean, it's been too long, but it sure be nice to, if they would have, checked all 3 of their scents or all 4 of their scents in that area to see, but I mean, it didn't happen, so can't fix it now. Too much weather has changed and too much time has gone by, but still makes me wonder why that dog jumped in that pond, and I don't know. We've never really got a straight answer about the dog, so I just know, I mean, I know how little Ruby is, and she's not even trained like those dogs were, so I don't know. It's just crazy to think about, I mean, I've never seen one jump in like that unless there's a scent trail going in the water, but unless it was just right up on the edge of the bank and it just thought that it went in the water. I don't know, but that makes you wonder, right? And then, come on, boo. And then, there's just so many. It's kind of like the little Elizabeth Collins case, you know. We're trying to get, if y'all watch that documentary, man, it's freaking shocking. And my heart goes out to them families, and especially Drew Collins, the one that I'm speaking with, the dad of Elizabeth. My God, that man has got a heart of steel. Like, he just, I mean, I don't even know how he did all those documentaries and kept his cool. And I mean, shout out to him. He is freaking amazing. And I know he wants answers just like every other case. He just had to wait 12 long years plus and still don't have them yet. So, I don't know. Hoping they can get them for him. Hoping I can help him get those answers. And I pray and God helps us get those answers for him, because he definitely does deserve it. And I mean, all the family members deserve it. I'm not just saying him. I'm only going to him because he's the only one I spoke to. So I feel like he's the only one sharing with me and allowing me to work on this case when it's still under investigation. So I have to be really, really careful about what I say. I understand that, you know, to protect that. I don't want to throw something out here that's going to make it hinder in any way the investigation. I mean, you know, there's 4 or 5 names in there, and you know, we just gotta keep working it. I mean, once I get there, of course, I'll learn a whole lot more, because he did say he's gonna spend the day with me and show me things. So I really am looking forward to getting to see that and getting to meet him actually, and getting to give him a big old hug, you know, and show him that I'm here with my heart to try to figure this case out. And God willing, we're going to. Kind of like the Suzanne case. I mean, I've been stuck in this case since the day one. Like, I have not given up on this thing. I just keep pushing for it. And I mean, I'm glad that some kind of justice came. I mean, I really am. I still think, you know, we have to recover her, but, you know, to get that final piece. But, you know, at least the kids have somewhat of a explanation. You know, some of these other cases, there's just zero explanation. I mean, like Sebastin, there's zero explanation. I mean, Maddie, we know, poor Maddie Soto, we know what happened in that case. We pretty much know that they're both involved in that, and maybe even more of them. I'm trying to get to the point where I wonder if even his parents were involved in that. You know, they talk about being broke and this and that and the other as well. So, I don't know. We will find out, but it's, you know, I wish they would share a little bit more, and I understand until trial they won't, but it's just, if there was a way that these cases could shed more light and let us know the more inside details, I think as smart as true crime people are, you know, I think a lot more of these cases would be solved. Just with some of you sitting in your living room or sitting in your house right now thinking about cases. You know, I know that's true crimers. That's what we do every day. So I wish they would start giving us a little more information on some of these things. And I felt like, you know, some of them just don't have the information. I get it, you know, kind of like, you know, poor Sebastian Rogers case. There's just nothing out there. Like, but speculations and guessing and our thoughts, and you know, of course our prayers are always there, but you know, there's so many people now working on it and looking on it, and for not anything to have come out, as many people as have looked at this case from front to back, up and down, sideways, you know, I mean, every which way possible. It's like, and I know it's a lot of it's because only one of them is talking, so it does make it a whole lot harder when only one person's talking, guys. And I feel like, you know, if it was truly like some of these other cases where the parents are out there shouting and screaming every day for help and begging for help and crying and just begging, and like, that's how it should be for every parent that has a missing child. And to me, when they don't do that, it shows that there's something more to the story that we don't know. Especially when they just go like ghost. I mean, like pack up and get the hell out of Dodge kind of thing. And that, of course, really makes it, I know in y'all's eyes and in my eyes, like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. How the hell are you going to do that? But we don't know the reasoning behind it. Hopefully it comes out, and hopefully this little boy pops up one day, and pray to God that he is alive. And he is found safe, and he is living the best life. And at least we know that right now he's not being hurt in any physical way or anything like that. So that is always a sense of, at least that's not happening, you know. But hopefully answers will come out of that, just like all the other ones. And hopefully we can get justice for every one of these cases, because it just seems like every time we turn around, there's a new one. And every time we turn around, there's drama in a new one, or it's just crazy. Like, what happened to, 5 years ago when the kid's missing, everybody's begging, there's press conference every day, and there's people giving updates every day, and it seems like that, we don't get that anymore. Like, they just kind of keep everything to themselves, and they don't throw anything out there. And I felt like the Susan Sips case, they've done some pretty good as far as updating everyone. And, the sister speaking out a lot. And, at least they've kept that one, kept talking, and they've kept it out in the spotlight, which that does make a big difference in where we're at on this case. So I think all of them need to start doing that. And they need to, I always say, if in 3 months they don't have anything, give it to a whole new team and let that team start. And just keep doing that every 2 or 3 months until somebody gets the break or the word or the whatever they need to know, and I don't know, it's crazy to me. I just don't get it. That people don't treat their kids like angels anymore. They just, I don't know. I know social media has a lot to do with it as well. Like, there's a lot of peer pressure on these kids with social media, and that's why I feel like all of us in this room right now, we're all probably so old that we remember when we were kids. We just, Saturday morning, it was like you wake up and you go outside and you play till dark and you come in. You didn't have phones and video games and all that stuff to do. You were outside, you were playing, you were living life, you were enjoying life. You were, you weren't sitting in there playing a game online and creepers creeping in on your damn game and trying to get you to meet them outside, or saying they were somebody they're not. Or that's why I say every parent needs to talk to their child. I think all these video games need to go. I really do. I think because I really do think it has a lot to do with a lot of these cases. And in the case, one of the cases we're dealing with right now might have something to do with a video game. So, and then again, it might not. But there's always that thing of maybe, because there's a lot of predators, and they lurk on these damn online. I don't mind the video games if it's something that's not online. If it's something that you're not talking to other people, and like, if they could set some more kind of guidelines to where they do age brackets of, 0 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 18, and then like where when you get on the game, you have to put all your information in that game. It has to be social security numbers. It has to be all your data to show your proof of age. So and nobody can get in at that in any age older than your bracket. And not saying that they wouldn't still try to get in, but it might help some, But I don't know, guys. I'm tired of rambling. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but I'm just so frustrated with some of this stuff. And you get some good news, like we got good news yesterday, of course, on Suzanne Simpson, and then you wake up this morning and then you see this other little precious angel, was 16 years old, was probably bullied and no telling what else, and then she's gone and vanished. And at 16, she shouldn't be on medication for mental health. Like, that's to me, that's a sign of like either bullying or something has gone wrong somewhere in this poor baby's childhood and life, which she's still in her early childhood, but something's gone wrong. And I mean, it's so hard. I just don't think parents talk to their kids enough anymore. I really don't. I mean, I do. I'm one that I preach about everything, and they may get tired of it, but at the end of the day, if it keeps them safe and keeps them from doing anything that's going to put them at a risk or at a, I pray to God that I'm doing the right thing by keeping them out of certain things, and it's working. And, I mean, we don't know, but we can pray, and at least if we try and we give it our all to talk to our kids and to explain to our kids, and instead of just letting them go hide in their room and play video games because you don't want to talk to them or deal with them. I mean, it just, I mean, I don't understand it. I just, thank God I didn't grow up that way. But, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all didn't either. You know, it was dinner at the table with family. It was, you know, it was movies on Saturdays with the family. It was, you know, sitting in the living room, everybody watching either a new show or a scary movie, or, you know, it was just something fun as family. You know, everybody eating popcorn, eating snacks, eating junk food, playing, hanging out with the family, and all that good stuff. What is it? You stop because you're tired, or you stop because you're not sniffing the ground? So I think you're just tired. But she's probably worn out. She's had a long day too. We've been bouncing around. We've been a couple hours over here, a couple hours over there, an hour and a half away, hour and a half back, and it's been a rough, long day today for her. So that's what I'm trying to get as much ground covered as possible right now before I get on the road to some of these other places like Iowa and of course Tennessee and Florida and New Orleans, and there's some places that I gotta go. Now that I got the drone, I wanna start filming and utilizing it and seeing if it can help us and help these cases. And if I can do that, I can cover a whole lot more ground instead of having to wear my tennis shoes out every 5 days, buy a new pair, right? I mean, I do go a lot. And my health app shows me usually an average day is about 31,000 steps. So that's a whole lot of steps. But it's good. I mean, of course it's exercise and it's good for my health, but it's good for the cases, and that's what matters. So I don't know, guys. I just kind of so ready for everything to start getting to where things are happening like today and yesterday, where there's good things coming in, there's positive news coming in, so we can, you know, not be so like we're going and going and going and not getting any positive news. I mean, I hate that. I hate when it's just like negative every day. We need positive, like this girl missing now. I know the first 48 hours are probably the most critical of this whole entire little baby's case. I mean, she's not a baby, of course, she's 16, but to me, she's a baby. And to y'all, she's a baby. I mean, you know, my 20-year-old's a baby to me, so I feel like, I don't know, 16 is way too young to be vanishing in the middle of the morning at 6 a.m. like that. I seen the little clip in the living room, and it reminded me of that one in Oklahoma here. I think it was in the summer. They were traveling down to Galveston Island or to the South Padre Island beach with the family from Oklahoma or somewhere, and remember, she vanished. She went to get her phone charger out of the car and vanished, and then they found her, what, like 700 or 800 miles away. It was some older man. Like, I don't, they ended up arresting, I think, him, and I think the dad went to jail. I think it was a mess. And it's like, how, I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, if you can't watch your kids at that close, like they just can vanish out of the house like that at 12, 13, 14 years old. I mean, my God, what? I don't know. I hate to say put some kind of lock where they can't open the door that time of night, but you know, I mean, when we were kids, it'd be, if we snuck out the window in a house, if we got caught, we knew we weren't getting no TV, no nothing for a month. And now it's like, I think they just kind of say, hey, don't do it again, stay at home for a day or whatever. But I mean, I don't know how they do now, but I mean, I know back then if I'd have ever done that, which I think I did do it one time when I was in high school even, and I got in trouble. So, I mean, that's just the difference between then and now. Come on, Ruby. We gotta go to the truck. We gotta get the heck out of here. I'm tired. But I'm gonna try to get on a little while and do the night for y'all guys. See if we can talk about a few of these cases and do some stuff. But I did want to come on while I made this one last stop on the way home and get with y'all and kind of just ramble, I guess y'all can say, talk y'all's ear off, whatever you want me to call it. But I wanted to get this off my mind and off my chest. So what better way to do it than to talk to y'all about it? So, because I know y'all, you know, I know y'all are here to listen and y'all want to know what's on my mind, just like I want to know what's on y'all's mind. And I appreciate all y'all support and all y'all's love. Me and Ruby really do. Come on, Ruby, let's go. You ready? And so we will talk at y'all later. Here, hopefully about an hour, I can get showered and get on and do a little talk thing tonight, even if it's only 20-30 minutes. This one's already, I think, at about 20 minutes, so that'll be at least a 40-minute chat tonight. I think that'll be enough for me talking y'all's ear off probably. So, all right, guys, we love y'all. We'll talk at y'all later. Say bye, Ruby. Say bye. Say bye. All right, she's tired. All right, guys, we love y'all. Peace.